I will, YouTube land, a bit of Burzum in the background, hated by the mainstream media, so he must be doing something right. My first review of the week, Forever Evil Arkham War, Peter Tomasi and Scot Eaton. There we go. Forever Evil Arkham War, with a very busy front cover. Loads of villains on the front. They didn't need to do that, because in the book it only focuses on a few of them. What I'd say straight off about this book is that it treads water. That's all it's doing. If you've got a copy of the Scarecrow and Bane, their Villains Month books, their one-shots last month, you don't really need to get this one, because what happens in this, you know already. It's just a case of the two warring parties sort of getting ready, almost like eyeing each other up, and that's it really. So from that point of view, it can be seen to be a little bit disappointing. But obviously a lot of people are not going to be aware of what's going on. So you need to establish it at the beginning that you've got two warring factions, the people from Arkham Asylum and the people in the Blackgate Penitentiary are going to be warring against each other. You need to establish that at the beginning of the run. This is number 1 of Arkham War. So you have to do it, don't you, really, if you know people weren't aware of what was going on before. I'll quickly go through the book and I'll show you a few clips as usual. At the beginning we have Underwater Bane, as he goes into Blackgate Penitentiary. All he does in this book really is he goes into the prison and throws his weight around a bit. He goes, "I'm in charge now." How does Bane talk? There we go. So yeah, he just goes in the prison and I've got the biggest muscles, it's my prison now, ha 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 ha. And at the end of the book he gets some secret weapons in the prison. As is usual in comic books, they always hide like the most dangerous weapons in the prison, don't they? So when there's a prison breakout, the prisoners always get their weapons back. Bane gets a specific kind of a weapon. I won't say what it is, get the book yourself and you'll find out. The best thing about this book really was this character here. The really creepy, horrible Professor Pig. He's a psychopath doctor who enjoys inflicting pain, and obviously because the world's been taken over by the dark forces, they've given Pig, well actually it's Penguin, isn't it? Penguin has given Professor Pig the hospital. It's just the kind of psychopath you wouldn't want to see in charge of a hospital. You wouldn't want to see him in charge of a burger van, let alone a bloody hospital. And there's a quite particularly gruesome scene with our old Professor Pig, as he's talking to a concert pianist. The concert pianist has a very important concert coming up. So what does old Piggy do? Of course, he does a little bit of special surgery for the concert pianist. If I can just find the clip here. Let's flip the panel. There you go. Poor old concert pianist now has a foot for a hand. That's Professor Pig. He's can I call him a good bad guy? He's kind of gross. Everything about him is gross and twisted and yucky. He celebrates ugliness a bit like Joker's daughter, really. I think they'd get on. Yeah, maybe that'd be a good boyfriend for Joker's daughter. Professor Pig. They both enjoy sickness and ugliness. Yeah, I think they'll get on well together. So what's the art I'm liking this? It's okay, it's not bad. It's not particularly great. There's a larger panel so you can see it. There's Scarecrow and Penguin, the mayor of the city. Basically you're having a chat about what they're going to do about Bane. It appears that Penguin's got something up his sleeve. He's aware that Bane's going to be turning up. Talking about Bane. There's a big panel of Bane. Getting the woods. The thing about Bane is that if you saw a bloke there with his wires coming out of his mask, the first thing you do when you attack him is you grab those wires and pull them out with you. So I don't think it'd be that difficult to beat him with worlds, really. I think even I'd have a good go at getting Bane, you know, and pull out a few plugs. There we go. The end of the book. I can't really do any spoilers really, because not much happens. It's just Scarecrow and Scarecrow and Penguin having a chat about what they can do about Bane. Bane in Blackgate Penitentiary, getting all the prisoners on his side. He's got his secret weapon from the prison, and he's going to different parts of Gotham now, basically trying to take them over. So there's a brief mention of other characters who've got any of the different parts of Gotham. Let me see who there is. There's characters like Poison Ivy and Dr. Freeze. But you don't actually see them in this book. Yeah, there's Clayface, Poison Ivy, but you don't actually see them. You just see Bane's folks, firing machine guns in the area. Bane's basically saying, yeah, Gotham City is now mine. So the next issue will be the start of the war, actually. Start of the Bane versus what appears to be leading Penguin and Scarecrow. So not much happens in this book, really. It's just an establishing shot. At the beginning of most movies, you get a nice establishment shot of the area, or the beginning of most soap operas and whatnot. You get an establishing shot of the neighbourhood, or the bar, or where the action is going to take place. And that's all this book is, really. An establishing shot. You get the main protagonists, and that's it, really. Not much happens in it. So I can't give it anything higher than a 7 out of 10. But it needs to be there. It needs to exist for the people who didn't, like I said before, didn't get Scarecrow #1 and Bane #1. It might have even played out in what's it called, Penguin #1, but I didn't get that book. Okay, so 7 out of 10 for Arkham War. Now, before I go, I just want to recommend a book. Honneur de Balzac. Don't worry, it's not in French, so I'm sure you can buy the French version. Old Goyer. Old Goyer is a tale about what happens if you spoil your daughters too much. Old Goyer is a nice bloke, but he's got two very pretty, very spoilt daughters. He'll do anything for these girls, and in this book you see how by him spoiling them and doing anything for these girls, it not only wrecks his life, but it wrecks their lives as well. So a strong tale on what happens with spoilt children. A tale for the father and the children. The children end up not even respecting or honouring their own father, and the own father only trying to do what's best for his daughters, ends up just destroying their own lives as well. So yeah, Honneur de Balzac, Old Goyer, highly recommended by this guy. Right, that's it for me. Thanks for checking out my video. If you haven't subscribed already, then please do. But that's it. I'll see you all later. Goodbye.